Well, good morning. I hope that everyone can see me. Uh, today I wanted to today I wanted to share a card that I made for to support breast cancer awareness. Um, this is actually like my very first week officially of being retired. Um, and I wanted to try to do this on Zoom, but I'm thinking what I probably need to do is do more practices with Zoom and my webcam because I got a new gift as one of my retirement gifts, so I'm using new equipment. So please bear with me. But I really wanted to show how I created this card. Um, I'm sure that we've all had someone who has went through breast cancer awareness at some point, but this is this month is bittersweet because I've had family members who have went through it, and I've had some that were survivors, and I've also had some that didn't survive, but they fought the fight. They fought the hard fight to try to do as much as to stay here as long as they possibly can. I'm sorry because I'm beginning to get a little emotional. So, but I decided that because this is, like I said, this was officially my first week of retirement. I've decided that on every first and third Friday of the month, I wanted to start something called a crafting chat. Now, I'm so sorry for all of the technical difficulties that I had this morning. So that means that I probably need to do a lot more practicing by myself in order to get it to work the way I want it to work. I know that it can work through Zoom, but Zoom only has 40 minutes, and I didn't want the whole 40 minutes to be trying to figure out how to get it to work. So what I'm going to do is go ahead on and show you how I created this card. And if you have any questions, I tried to fix where people can do chats. I don't know if it'll let you do a chat, but I will save this video live on this video will be on my Craft with Renee page, so you're welcome to come back and look at it at any time. No, I don't want it to be that small. It needs to be bigger. And so, like I said, this is a learning process. So I just need to figure out a way to get everything to work technologically. So just if you're there, then I'm so glad that you're there. But if not, then I hope you can go back later and see the video. But I'm going to go ahead on and show you what I used to create this card. So I actually used petal pink. I decided that polished pink. So I actually used the polished pink ink color. And because, it's for breast cancer awareness. The flower design that you see on my card, it actually came from the vintage Christmas stamp set, photopolymer stamp set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the video, post the video, and leave all of my instructions on how to create this card. But I'm going to create one with you, and so just bear with me. So here's the stamps. Here's my card base. And here is this is one of my top layers. And this is the layer that I'm going to stamp on to create my little design. This layer right here, these two layers, this layer holds the ribbon and the word hope. Okay. So I'm going to put them together. But the first thing I'm going to do, so even though I created this card right here using this stamp set and using this particular stamp, I decided that I wanted to change it up and use a different stamp set for the floral side. So I'm going to use these. I'm going to be using this one right here. This one right here, this one, and this one to make my own custom background paper. So let's put one right here, and let's put one right here, and another one right there. And then we're going to put this one right here. So these are going to be the stamp sets that I'm going to use, okay? So let me go ahead on and create my custom background paper. And let me get out my ink. And I'm so sorry that if you're there and you can't hear me or some, stuff like that, but I will post this video so that everyone can see it. Get my little stamp sets out the way. Alrighty, so stamp off, stamp on. Oops. Put those over there. And this one. Alrighty. And I just need to stamp one more thing. And that would be my hope sentiment. And believe it or not, the hope sentiment is actually coming from one of my paper pumpkin kits. But I will make sure I put the correct name in my video instructions. And all of this information is going to be found on my blog. Alright, and there's my hope. Okay, so I'm through with my ink for right now. So what I'm going to do now is just put my card together. Oh, and one more thing, because you know what? I'm actually going to decorate my envelope. I want to decorate the envelope as well. But I also wanted to put like some type of little design on the inside of my card. Because I don't want it to have a blank inside. But it's just a little cord that you can probably use for, like, giving it to someone for that's battling breast cancer. Sometimes a card is just what a person will need to brighten their day. Sometimes just a small gesture of knowing that someone is thinking of them really and truly brightens someone's day. So let me pull up my paper. I got the wrong size out. So hold on. Okay. And this sentiment is going, this particular design is going to, this layer goes on the inside of my card. Alrighty, and then so I just have this one, and this is for layering purposes only. Okay, so now I have everything stamped, and I just need to put my card together. So, here's my ink, and believe it or not, I actually like to use what you call it, the multi-purpose glue. I mean, I know that Stampin' Up! Has the stamping seal and stuff like that, but I really like this because when you use this glue, it gives your card, your layer doesn't completely set. It still has a little movability in it. Okay? So, the first thing I need to do is put these two pieces together. Put a little ink on the back. And put this on here. I'm like, uh-oh, you know what? I missed a step. Because I truly wanted my card to have so just bear with it. Okay, now I'm going to put that over there, and I'm going to bring this and just kind of center it. Okay. Okay, that's that. I'm going to close my ink up because I don't want any extra ink boo-boos. Okay, that's that piece. And then put a little ink on this piece right here. Uh-oh. Let that run off. Didn't mean to do that. Then I'm going to center this piece on here. Don't tell me I put too much glue. Alrighty, and let those two pieces set. Then I'm going to set these to the side so that I want them to dry completely. Then I have this piece right here. Okay. And this piece right here is going to go on the inside of my card. It's my inside layer. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, there goes that piece. And I think that looks really good in there. Okay. Let's close that. Now we're going to put this piece on the top. This is just one of my top layers. Okay. You know what? I folded my card, but I didn't smooth it down correctly with my bone folder. Alrighty. Okay, and so let's grab my piece, make sure that I have it turned the correct way. We're going to put this piece on here. Okay, like that. Make sure I have it centered down real good. Alrighty. On this piece, I'm going to need some dimensionals. And what did I do with them? I called myself trying to make sure I had everything right. Okay, where's my dimensionals? Oh, here they go. Here's my dimensionals. I'm going to use 5. So I'm going to put one right there, and there, and there, and there. And then one in the, then one in the middle. Alrighty. Yes, Judy, I can. Let me know if that's better. Can you see it? Is that much better? Alrighty, so this piece right here is my little top layer. Okay. Make sure that I have all my little, forgot to pull one of my papers off. Now, that's much better. See? You know, that's what I hate about that. The only thing about that glue, it will make you have like a little small boo-boo, but I actually have a little adhesive thing. Oh, here it is. I just need to pull that out. And this is how I can fix that little boo-boo with my little adhesive eraser. This little thing is just amazing when it comes to erasing adhesive mistakes. It takes it completely off. Let me get this one off. It's not coming off as much as I wanted. Alrighty, so there's that piece. Now, so the next thing I need to do is get my ribbon. And so I'm using, this is the Petal Pink, what is it called? Sorry about that. It's called Polished Pink Sheer Ribbon. And I just need a little small piece. Put my tape there. Let me grab my scissors. Because, you know, I'm trying to make this particular bow. Okay? So I just need a little small piece. And that should be enough right there. I'm going to tape this back up. Okay. Let me move all these out the way. Sorry about that. Okay. So, and then, oh no, I did not know. Oh my goodness, look what I did. No. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll have to fix that. But here's my card. Here's my card. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little bow. I'm going to cut that piece off right there. And I'm just going to cut my little ends off. Now, I kept trying to figure out what would be the best way to get this here to close correctly. So what I ended up doing, believe it or not, was using a piece of tearing tape, which I didn't bring over here with me. Or did I? No, I didn't. But you can also use like some glue dots. And so what I did was I put a piece like, I put a glue dot like right here, and I just kind of peel that part off. Then I kind of made my bow because I just wanted to kind of hold in place. And it don't have to hold completely in place. I just needed to hold in place so that I can put it on my, over my, at the top right here. So, hold on. Let me get another glue dot because I want it to, and let me turn my bow how I want it. So this is how the bow is going to look once it's laid down. So I'm going to put a little glue dot right there. I'm going to peel off the back, and I'm going to put it right about, let me make sure it's closed correctly. Alrighty. And then I just put this little piece over here, and then I used another glue dot on the bottom like this. I put another one, another glue dot. I peeled off my back, and then I'm going to lay my bow. I'm going to kind of center my bow like this, but make sure that I put the glue dot on there. Okay. And to just add a little bling, because everybody likes bling, I'm using the basic clear rhinestones, and I'm using the very largest one. And all I did, and these have adhesive back, and all I did was just kind of stick one right there. And voila, here's my card. So I like, this was made with the vintage Christmas stamp set, and I like that floral design that's on there. And this was made with the Lovely You stamp set, and I really like this one. If I had to pick, I like them both, but I have to admit this would be my favorite because you have more floral images in this particular stamp set. You have, and I use this image, this one, and this one. And besides, you know, it has some really, this stamp set has some really nice sentiments, but I really like the floral images. And so, and this one, which was the vintage Christmas, it was this particular image right here. But and it's a nice image, but I don't know, for some strange reason, this one is my favorite because these look like you don't get a full crisp image. But with them, with the ones from the Lovely You, you get a better image. So these are my two cards. So what I'm going to do is, and so while I'm still on here, let me go ahead on and just do my little envelopes. Because you can never have naked envelopes. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, for this one, I'm going to just use, I'm thinking for this card, let's decorate the envelope for this card. Okay, so we're going to use I'm going to use this. Let me turn that over. Pick up the stamp set. Okay. So I'm going to use this particular stamp for my envelope. I'm going to use this one for my envelope. And I'm going to use this stamp. So I'm going to just decorate the back of the flap. So let me move my cards out the way because I don't want any ink boo-boos. And what did I do? Oh, here's my ink. So give me a second. Alrighty, so okay, and then I'm going to go in with this one. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with this one. All right. Okay, so let me close up my ink. So here's my decorated envelope that goes with this card. But like I said, later on today, I'm going to post the measurements and all of this for this particular video. I'm gonna post all of the measurements that all the materials I use, the measurements, and the cutting instructions, and so you'll know how this card was made. I have a list of all of the products that I used as well. So, but for just so you know, my next craft and chat, and I promise by then I'm gonna have this working really good. Yes, you're right. I am going to have to put another white square on the inside, Judy, because believe it or not, I did put it in there, but I actually had a terrible little boo-boo, so I'm going to have to fix it. And so, just so you know, I want people to know you're right. All mistakes are an opportunity for creativity. So I'm going to have to be very creative because I actually put my top layer on the wrong side. I put it on the side that I had already glued my inside on. But I can fix that. I know a way to fix it, but I wanted to finish my card because I already had everything. But I will make sure that I fix this and fix it correctly. But you're so right. I can put another thing on the inside. If this wasn't upside down, I could actually leave it, and I can still leave it, and they can just write like a big message. Judy, you are just awesome, because you know what? I really don't have to take that out. I can leave that and still put another one right here, as you stated, put another flower on it, and they can write on both sides. Didn't think of that. Judy, you are just awesome. Thumbs up for Judy. Okay, so just so you know, on my next craft and chat, we're going to be, and if whatever you have you want to work on it, you can bring it and work on it. But I'm going to be working on this, and it's called, and let me see, because I want everybody to see it good. It's actually called Cozy and Bright Christmas Card. And so it's one of the kits from the kids collection. And so I'm just going to show you what one of the card bases looks like. And this is one of the card bases. So this is what I'm going to be working on, let's see, what is the next Friday? It's going to be the 14th. Wait, it's not going to be the 14th, because the day is the 7th. It's going to be on the 21st. It's going to be on October the 21st. So this is what I'm going to be working on. And you know what? I kind of like that. My dear sweet friend Judy, she's probably almost through with all of her Christmas cards because she starts real early. But because I was trying to do other things and retire at the same time, I'm kind of behind. So I'm going to, so this is what I'm going to be working on October, on our next craft and chat, which is October the 21st. Now I promise, between now and then, I'm going to fix it where all of my video equipment is working properly so that everybody can hear me. Even if I have to video and Zoom with family members, but I'm going to make this work. I don't know how I'm going to get it to work, but I'm going to make it work. So, but I'm going to keep practicing until I get it done. Oh, okay, so you know what? Let me tell you how I did that, Judy. Good question. All I did, and I'm going to show you on one of these little pieces right here. Well, I'm going to show you on this one, because I'm using this here for a different card, but let me show you how I got the line. So you just take the card, and you just you just gently tap the ink pad. And when you tap it like that, you end up with that line on the edges. Can you see the line on the edges? Did you see it, Judy? So does that help, Judy? And you know what? What I really like about that, I know that you have that white layer, but I really, what made me start doing that is because I just wanted like just a little color around the edges, but not a lot. And I've seen some demonstrators where they get like a marker and they go across there, but the only thing about the marker, sometimes the marker will bleed and then it'll kind of mess up your top layer. So I one time, believe it or not, I actually didn't. It was an accident how I started doing it because I had picked up my card and then closed up my ink, and then some type of way when I had laid it in there and I saw just a tiny little edge, and I thought, oh, so let me see if I'll be able to do that. And so I've been doing it ever since. But yeah, that's how you get the little line around there. You just gently tap it in your ink pad, and then you'll get the line on there. Well, thank you so much, Judy, for joining me this morning. Um, this was so much fun. I look forward to our next craft and chat, which is going to be on October the 21st. And I promise I'm going to really get my all of my video equipment together to work together as one. Um, but thank you, and I will see you. And this video will be live. It will stay on our page on the Craft with Renee page. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to add this here video, and I need to go in today. Later on today, I'm going to finish updating my blog and add all of the pictures of the both cards that I've did with all of the instructions, and so you'll be able to go over to my blog and see all of the instructions. But thank you so much for coming and joining me for my live this morning. Um, I do know I get a little nervous at this, but like I said earlier, I'm determined to make this work. And I know that the Lord is going to bless me with the strength to just get this right. And Judy, thank you so much for always being there and being so patient. See you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Bye. End video. If you end this video live, you will be able to choose if you want to save it.